This is my moment. So you guys are going to have to indulge me 3.5 seconds while I take it in. How many of you have ever tried to meditate, but find yourself feeling silly or distracted or more stressed out than when you started? Did it go anything like this? These are my meditation fingers, y'all. Om. Om. Oh my goodness. Did I leave the oven on? Did I sign that trip slip? That report is due in 2 days. I got to get back. Oh, wait, crap. That should have been a minute and a half. Sound familiar? If you've ever tried to meditate or you just feel like life will not let you be great, you're in the right place. I created the Momentology method, an intentional framework for living. Momentology is a study and practice of operating in the now, succeeding with what you have right now in this moment. I like to think of it as mindfulness for the rest of us. It provides practical and actionable steps and approaches to living an uncomplicated life, living your best life now. When you think, what am I going to do? What am I going to be? What is going on? You're not alone. We all think that way. We all feel that way. There are 3 principles to Momentology: awareness, gratitude, and expectance. Think of it as learning to act your age. AGE. We'll get into it a little bit more in a second. Awareness is that feeling in the back of your head. There's something more to be, more to do. I believe things are created 3 times. First in the mind, then in the heart, and lastly in the hand. It's a long journey, y'all. Buckle up. So Momentology teaches you how to be unstoppable. Yeah. Doesn't that sound good? Like, don't you want some of that? I am unstoppable. I am unbothered. I am unavailable for nonsense. Basically, I am mess-withable. We'll keep it PG, but you know what I'm talking about. What follows I am follows you. Words are powerful. Thoughts are things. In the mind, in the heart, and then in the hand. I had to do a lot of soul searching. It began with a very uncomfortableness. Actually, that's the best kind of self-discovery. That dig down deep. What's going on? What's happening? Who am I? Where am I? Where is my money? Clearly, I had to start at the beginning. Well, not the beginning of time, but the beginning of me. I was born on a Wednesday. And it said that Wednesday's child is full of woe. And at my core, I had always been full of woe. As a child growing up, I was happy on the outside, but I was struggling in the inside. I thought about everything really deeply. I stayed in my head a lot. I wanted to change the world. You can ask my mother about my lamenting phase. But I was terrified of who I needed to become to do it. I felt unseen and unheard. And there was that I'm a person too poem of 1985. My poor mom. The things that we think impact the way that we feel. The way that we feel challenges what we do. Awareness, gratitude, and expectance. Moving along throughout life, kept going, kept wondering, where am I? What am I doing? And then something happened. When my daughter was born, I was terrified. Like, what was God doing, giving me a girl child? Seriously, I'm the girl who didn't wear a dress on purpose until 11th grade and climb trees and play football. Don't say that part too loud because my son's in the audience and I won't let him play. But these are things that was a part of who I was. I decided right then and there, that's it. This is my moment. I'm going to never let her have anyone doubt who she is. I'm never going to let her be underestimated. I had all these goals and dreams for my daughter. I'm a girl. I thought it was a girl child. I'm having a girl child. What do I do with this thing? Okay. No one is ever going to diminish her potential, not even her. And I was in for such a rude awakening. Yeah, piece of work. I was blessed with two things then. A daughter who came into the world knowing who she was. Note the come here now. 2 years old, she's going to be a doctor. And when she said she was going to be a doctor, that meant she needed a stethoscope and a lab coat. And y'all noticed the Crocs? Like, it was serious. This was not a casual, hey, I want to be a doctor. This was like, where's my stethoscope? Where's my doctor bag? Let's go. Okay. Second thing I was blessed with was a method to help others feel and wield their power in the world. Just basically bottle up all that she had and like sell it. So I had to think, okay, I'm on a mission. So after striving for degrees, I've got several, and certificates, got several of those too. I had enough. I realized I was looking outward when I should have been looking inward. That's it. No more waiting, not for the next degree, not the next certificate, not for the kids to get older, not for the right time. I mean, y'all know that someday is not technically a day on the calendar, right? That's enough. I decided to get my greatness on now. The power was within me, and the power is within you as well. Stop looking on the outside when it's the inside that's crying out to be seen. One of the things that I learned and that I simply adore is the concept of ikigai. Japanese philosophy that is the convergence of what you love, what you can be paid for, what the world needs, and what you're good at. Y'all, that's my specialty. My facilitation of discovery is like my drug of choice. Empowerment is my superpower. It's a thing that I live for. I've been running from it my whole life. I always had it in me. Do what makes you, you. Never mind what other people say. So you say, how do you design your perfect life or a momentous life? Well, I'm also a design thinking practitioner, which means I use human-centered design to create innovative solutions for programs, products, and services. And all that means is I help humans to create experiences that they didn't even know they wanted. Think about this. We were all bopping along with our Walkman. Nobody knew we needed 1,000 songs at our fingertips. And now you can't get rid of it, right? We can do this in our lives. You can design a momentous life. You can design a sensational life. You can design an unforgettable life, one that's purposeful. So by show of hands, how many of you are living a momentous life? One full of meaning, purpose, power? Okay, that's great. And if you're not, what would it look like? Have you ever thought, what would the person looking in the mirror, can you envision that person a different you? What does she look like? How does she sound? What does she wear? What does she do every day? Now I'm saying she, insert your own pronoun. But when you see the she that you want to be, does it excite you? Can you think about a way that it can be better? Are you a tinkerer? Are you someone who just has to keep going until the challenge is met? Ask questions. Ask questions. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So we all want that zen. We all want that era of unbotheredness. Remember I told you about awareness, first principle of Momentology. That's back of your head. There's more to have, more to be, more to do. Remember that commercial where the guy's not another day, not another day. Don't be him, y'all. It's okay. For you butchers, bakers, candlestick makers, 9-to-5ers, barely making it out alivers, there's hope. Start each day afresh, aware that there's more out there. Acknowledge that you have a journey and accept that it's going to take some work. Gratitude. This is the juice. Y'all want to move in a little bit. Gratitude. When I say gratitude, I bet some of you are like, oh, I'm grateful. Are you really, Susan? Really? When I say gratitude, I mean radical gratitude. Every morning before I get out of bed, I lay out a litany of things I'm thankful for. My fingers and toes work. My eyes blink. My heart beats. My lungs breathe. My children are safe. My home, my cars. The Keurig. Hallelujah for the coffee. It may seem small, but you'll never truly have what you want until you want what you already have. You have to start. I don't care how small it is. Let me tell you, if you Google diseases, oh, it's scary. Like people don't have fingertips, and people don't have ears, and people don't have X, Y, Z. You're telling yourself stories of why you can't do and why you can't be, and there's someone out there who has less than you and has done more. Think about that. The next time you point the finger and say, I could have had if the boss didn't, I would have had if my husband didn't, I wish these kids would pick up their socks. Okay, that part's real. That part's real, y'all. But you can't keep looking outward and expect an inward change. If you keep saying why someone else is the reason for your failure, then that means that you'll never succeed, because there's always someone else. There's always the next boss, the next, There's always a reason to fail. Why not? Why not be the reason to succeed? So that's gratitude. There's real gratitude. Expectance. Last principle of Momentology. Expectance, replace it with focus. And I'm sorry to tell you that your miserable life is your own fault. I know, I'm sorry. We humans hate accountability, right? But in actuality, you get what you expect in life. The things that you think about appear. Why, when we worry, do we say, I need $472.63? But when we talk about being happy or successful, it's very vague. I just want to be happy. I just want a good job. What the hell does that mean? Why do we not put the level of specificity around the things that we want, the things that we desire, that we do, the things that we fear, the things that we worry? We give fear so much power and then wonder why our lives look like crap. So yes, it's your fault. But there's hope. And yes, you can do something about it. Every day and every moment, you can do something about it. You can choose differently. Now, I had an exercise, and I don't know how many can play along, because this is not really like a conference, right? But who has a pen or a pencil? Or you want to roll? Okay, yeah. Thank you for participating. Okay, so you have a pen. Hold that pen up in the air. Now try to drop it. Yeah, what happened? Maybe it dropped. Somebody over here didn't drop it. Either you did or you did not. For whatever reason, you chose to comply or you did not. The rest of your life is exactly like that. We make choices, we keep moving. We make choices, we keep moving. Make a choice. Do something. Keep moving. First, you're aware. Okay, there's more to life. There's more to be. There's more to do. I got this. Then you're grateful. Okay, say you're hungry, right? You're just thinking, oh, I'm so hungry. That's good. That's a feeling. That's a start. First, you're grateful for that hot dog, because it could be crackers. And there's so many people who don't have that. But then you start to plan how you get from that hot dog to that juicy burger to that filet mignon. It's in your power. And I'm sorry for the food analogy. Listen, as an initially reluctant vegetarian, I'm feeling this very deeply. Like I can, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, you, and you, and you, and you. Momentology is about being aware that greatness is to be found, and no, it's not out there, it's right here. Gratitude is the core of everything that is. Can you be grateful for what you have? And if you're going, oh, I'll be happy, I'll be grateful when I have that, I'm here to tell you, no, you won't. Now, how do I know that? Did Momentology give me the powers of clairvoyance? No. You won't be happy with that because you're not happy with this. Happiness is a choice. You choose. It's in you. It's always has been. It always will be. During the Holocaust, during slavery, children sang. Now, nobody can deny these were some of the most horrendous events in human history, but there were moments. You can create moments. Design a life worth living. Be intentional. Who are you around? Who are you listening to? Be careful who's feeding you, people. What do you read? What do you see? You know, when you touch things, it gets absorbed into your skin. People have energy. Be careful of that energy. Be grateful. Yes, I'm so grateful that I'm here in this bubble. But then what about expectance? What are you expecting to do once you step out? Because life goes on. Your choice, your choice, your choice. Momentology is a study and the practice of operating in the now, in your greatness, in this moment, right now. I invite you to design a life that is uncomplicated, unbothered, and unstoppable. Y'all still sitting here? Thank you.